Hey guys, back with another podcast for you guys. And I'm moving around, so you'll notice during this time where I don't have access to my studio that I'll be in different locations of the space that I'm in. So this had the best lighting, so here we are. I spoke about the quarantine and our downtime and what that meant um, previously and how you guys should be using it. A lot of you are bored. A lot of you are looking for entertainment, looking for stimulation, and using this time in the wrong way. You should be planting seeds. You should be taking a step back, evaluating your life, saying, ooh, this is my plan. Now that I have all this time, you should be plotting, right? I feel personally that there is not enough time in my day. I am preparing to launch my website, which is going to be amazing. I'm going to have a store. I'm going to have, different things you guys can um, be a part of. Chart readings you can access easily, things of that nature. Now, you guys know I have 3 channels to maintain: my No Makeup Needed, this channel, and my original Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon. I'm also going back taking classes of things that I want to be more knowledgeable and stronger in. And I'm also almost finished with my first book of 3. There's so much, and the list goes on and on and on. So most mornings I go to bed at like 5 a.m. and I just don't understand this people are bored thing. It is bizarre. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to get into people reaching out to their exes during this time. Something about reaching out, looking for someone to entertain you, reminiscing, hoping that you can resurrect some weird, you know what I'm saying, quarantining with people who've disrespected you in the past. Now, a couple of celebrities are online, boasting about their quarantine with their exes, posting photographs and things of that nature. Kind of making people believe that this is like something to do, like this is a positive thing. Demi Moore and Bruce Willis is one example. We got one of those Kardashians with, the ex who cheated on her, publicly humiliated her. And we've got a Wayne Brady who's talking about, he lives next door to his ex-wife and they're all quarantining with the girlfriend and all this other stuff like that, which is really nuts. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine. And this has nothing to do with maturity. A lot of you love that word. You don't even know what it is. Some of you are like 18 talking about maturity. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. This is what gets me. This is what gets my Scorpio everything. My Scorpio everything does not understand how you can go through an experience with someone and not just some random experience. Like, I can let go some bullshit things that happen. I've had so many things happen in my life that are pointless, worthless, useless to think about or converse about. I'm talking about deep relationships that have had impact on you in such an amazing, long-lasting way. You've got kids, you've procreated with this person. Every time you look at your child, they've got their eyes, their nose, their personality. You've got to think about them. Someone who's dragged you through the mud, someone who's disrespect you, dehumanize you in so many ways. And now, years later, we're going through a crisis, which is what this is. It feels like a crisis. And you decide somewhere in here or here. I don't know where it starts. I literally, I don't know where it starts, but you decide somewhere to get the shovel out and just dig all of that top layer off. And the top layer is all of the emotions that came along with these scenarios, all of the pain, all of the emotions, years of trying to get over it, years of trying to work with it, years of trying to get past it. You shovel that off, and somewhere in that center, you find a space to make a phone call, get on someone's DM, texting, to go backwards to a space that that just harmed you in such a way, that chipped away, and to just pull them back, not out of any type of necessity, just out of completely like, I have a lot of time on my hands and I'm going to go back. Maybe you secretly wish that you can change things. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And you say to them, what do you say to them? What do they say? I wonder what the conversation is. Hey, Bruce, come on over and let's spend all of this time we have. You bring your girlfriend and we're all sitting in the house. Like, what is this stuff? What is this? And how is that made to be mature or cool? Like, what are you talking about? Like, how? And you mean to tell me that in that house with the girlfriend and the new kids and things like that, in that house, nothing is going on in your mind? Nothing. What? So what happened to all of the past? Where did it go? You dug off the top layer. Now you're sitting in the hole with these people. Where's that other stuff go? That's what I always talk about. Where does it go? Where does that stuff go? You look into their eyes. You know what I mean? The eyes. You look into the eyes and like, what? It's quarantine. Now, for the other one who doesn't have the extra girlfriend and all that living in the house, you're just together. And what does that mean, you're quarantining together? Like, that means he's creeping to your bedroom. You're in separate bedrooms. You got the baby in the middle. This is all a mess. And I always say that people who try to bring X back, there's something there that they're looking for. And even Scorpios. This relates to Scorpios in such a big way because I told you guys, and I haven't done this since 2012, and I don't plan on doing it, but I used to bring people back. Ex-relationships, whether it was an intimate one or just a friend who did me wrong for 10 years. I used to bring them back and drag them through the mud. You know what I mean? I wanted them to experience every tiny little thing that they've ever done or said to me, and they did. There was not one stone unturned. There is not one relationship that I've brought back where I have not dragged them by their feet and completely emotionally terrorized them on the inside. Oh, it all worked. All of it. Now, I'm not about that life right now. No interest. I just rather cut you off. Boom, boom, boom. It's been, what is that, 8 years? No interest. No interest. But you mean to tell me you're sitting in the house with someone who has disrespected you in more ways than one. It just kind of leaked out in the public and we don't know everything. And you're quarantining with them? Like, what is this? But then the conversation goes deeper than that. Why do you want to bring the exes back? And this is an amazing question for my non-Scorpios, because a lot of you are a part of my audience. A lot of you, you're a big part of my audience, actually. You come on my channel, you make a lot of commentary, and you're very bitter. There's something in there that is spoiled, rotten milk. You guys are very, very bitter of why. Now, this is the interesting part. You're bitter of why Scorpio won't take you back. We're so childish. We don't want to deal with you. And there's something in there. Have you ever asked yourself why you want to be back in their lives? Have you? I get so many messages of people who have done wrong. They've done wrong. They've cheated. They've run off at the mouth. unforgivable commentary acts. And for some reason, they want to come back. I have no idea, because I've never wanted to be back with an ex genuinely. Never in my life. I've never said, oh my gosh, you know what? I think this will work. No way. No way. All of that was for the purpose of dragging them. It was. It was. And I know I have ex watching my video. And that's really what it was all about. That's really what it was all about. I've never, for the purpose, wanted to actually come back. And so for those of you who have moved into my comment section, this is something you want to ask yourself privately. Why do you want that space again? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. I don't participate in it. I can't even imagine. I literally can't even imagine if it came from that space. Now, I explained to you guys, in the past, that if you broke up because someone moved or something like that, that's a whole another scenario that is not part of this conversation. What is it with being bored and wanting to go back and resurrect terrible things, and like forget they happened? There's something about people right now all over social media who are texting their exes, who are texting people who've disrespected them. Out of all the things you can do, you can be educating yourself, taking more classes. Just signed up for virtual classes. I'm fitting in all this stuff in my life that is beneficial to me. I'm planting seeds. I'm telling you, once fall pops, once next winter, you're going to see so many things that I've started doing, with this time that we have. And the people who are going backwards are going back to the wrong point in their lives. Now, it's interesting that people are using this quarantine time to find entertainment. There are a couple of people that I met that I was thinking, maybe we'll be friends. And they just want me to entertain them. They're bored. They have nothing to say. They always want to do this texting thing. I feel way too old for this constant text stuff. I'm not into it. I'm never going to be like the millennials. Shit's not cool to me. If you want to talk to me, a phone call, if my phone doesn't ring, I'm not interested. And I just had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here for your entertainment. I mean, I'm here for your entertainment. I'm not here for their entertainment. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's so interesting that we have to be careful right now of these relationships that are popping up. Now, Scorpios, you're going to get a lot of people popping up out of the blue. This happened in December. Exes were calling, they were texting, thinking about you all of a sudden. And right now, when it's quiet time, when you should be plotting your next move, you know what I'm saying? People are reaching, oh, hey, how's your mother? And like, what? Where were you a year ago? What do you mean, how's my mother? Now, all of a sudden, we're in panic. You want to reach out and try and resurrect things. You guys got to be really careful with this, because they're popping up. And maybe you're the one that's popping up. Are you? Are you peeking in your ex's DMs, watching their videos, looking at things that they're doing, wondering who they're with? Ask yourself, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Are you hoping that there was some other scenario? Have you forgotten the real story? Some of you, well, many of us, as time goes on, we change the narrative of things. Oh, wasn't that bad? Or, like you forget the inflicted pain, the things that you've gone through with people. And you mask it with, oh, I'm being mature. Oh, I'm taking the high road, and all this other. Really, it's bullshit talk. It's bullshit talk, and it's something that you do to cover up the truth of where you are with these people. Quarantine time is not the time to go back and live with your ex, okay? Because they're going to creep up in your room, and you're going to want to have sex, thinking that sex, mistaking that for, oh, everything's okay now. No, you're still the same person. They're still the same person. You're still the same. You're still the same. Maybe you lost a few pounds. Okay. You're still the same, but thinner. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. You got older. You're still the same, but just old. And This is not the time to do that. It's not the time to do that. And if you're doing it, what does that say about who you are? Ask yourself, what is the intent of this text? I talk about intentions a lot because they're so important. For someone to text me with no intent, hey, what you doing? Or the young people write WYD. Like, I hate all that stuff. I hate it. I hate texts. I hate these little short things, these short for a real word. I hate it. Oh my gosh, I hate it. I hate all that childish stuff. It makes me sick to my stomach. I just ignore you, get rid of you, like, get away from me. You have no intent behind any type of conversation. You don't want anything with me. And please go away. Please go away. And maybe you're the one that needs to go away. Maybe you're DMing your ex. Maybe you're bored. Maybe you're hoping that something can happen during this time. Like, you're thinking about them. Get your mind off of these old situations. You should be getting into shape. I mean, I've changed my whole schedule. I'm exercising. I'm doing my quiet meditation. I'm doing my talking meditation. I'm journaling. I have a whole system going on here. And I am not wasting this time on ex relationships, on pointless conversations that mean nothing. Useless things that just entertain your head for 5 minutes. Quick gratification type of situations. You literally have been given this time to slow down and really look at yourself and evaluate your life, your friends. Look at the people who've called you. Have you had emails from people saying, hi, how are you? Do you need anything? Do you need any food? Can I do anything for you? I guarantee you it wasn't the ex. Look at who's been calling and checking up on you. You know what I mean? Who has been really concerned with you? What can I do? You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you it's not many people. So it's interesting that someone would choose to go back to an ex and live with them, no less. We're under the same roof for what? For what purpose? It is totally bizarre to me. It's totally bizarre to me. Totally bizarre to me. I wanted to touch on something else that has been going around like a virus, which is this fake forgiveness. Oh, I forgive you. I'm a big person. I've transformed. Da, 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 all these words you want to use when deep down you know that that's still something that's unsettled. And even if it is settled, even if you said, that was 10 years ago. There's a lot of things that happened to me with individuals that are 20 years old. And I'm like, that's so old. However, I've not forgiven them for it. No, you did. You said what you said. We did what you did. Just like I said what I said and I did what I did. Right? I don't ask for anybody's forgiveness. I have never. I told you that. And I meant it. I don't want your forgiveness. I don't want for your forgiveness. There's people, I'll pray for you. I don't need it. I'm good. I'm good. Maybe you need it. You're projecting. That's you. Go in the mirror and get yourself together. I don't care. I don't want to see you. I don't want to speak to you. I'm not interested in you. I'm not even thinking about you. That's the thing. But all this fake forgiveness, I think that's a thing now. There's this trying to get some type of approval or validation on, like, yay, you're the big person. Like, everyone wants a balloon or a cookie or some type of reward for pretending to be something bigger or avoid real feelings. And that's probably another thing that I'm going to go into in a separate conversation. Avoiding those feelings, not really confronting it, and using a bunch of words and phrases and things that you think that someone else is going to give you validation for. Oh, I've forgiven, I've evolved, I've blah, 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 blah. All the things that I see in my comment section from people that I know are just like a lie. They're just a lie. And it's that non-confrontation and wanting people to, really just believe that you're above it all. You're above intense feelings. You're above hatred. You're above disappointment. You're above all these things. Lies, 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 lies. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about today. Using your time to dive into yourself. And a lot of you are afraid of that. This is why you're looking for the X. This is why you're on other people's DMs. You're looking for entertainment. You're looking for everything on the outside because you don't want to go in. You don't want to get in that mirror. You don't want to say, how can I improve myself? This is downtime and nobody's at work. Well, most people aren't. People are in the house. You know what I'm saying? And there's so much that you could be doing. Get in the mirror naked and look at yourself. Are you satisfied? Most of you are not. And I just look like I can actually see you. I'm like this. I'm naked every single day. I walk around naked. I'm looking like, you know what? There's some improvement we need to do. And I take care of it. I exercise every single day. There's not one day off. It's not one day off of self-care. There's so much improvement. But forget the outside. Forget the hanging stomach. You want to go in and confront. Go back. Step back. And say, what do I need to tighten up? What do I need to tighten up? Is it my education? Is it my practice? Is it this? Is it that? There's so many things I need to tighten up, honey. And I made some phone calls this morning and we got scheduled. Things are popping. They are popping. So much I need to do with myself. But I'm confrontational like that. I get in that mirror every morning like, oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? I love this. I love this. We're going to work on this. We're going to tighten this shit up. We're going to do this. We're going to start today. That's the conversation that I'm comfortable with myself. What about you? What about you? Are you quarantining with your ex? Are you talking to them? Are you back in their DMs? Are you looking at photographs? Have you forgotten the past? Have you forgotten? What do you hope to gain from that if you're honest with yourself? You don't have to come to my comments and lie. But if you're honest with yourself, have you? I want to tell you something. I have yet to go into an ex-friend or intimate person's social media, period. Any of them, Instagram, YouTube, whatever they're on, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't want to see photographs. I don't give a damn about what they're doing. I don't care who they're with. I don't care if they're married now, kids now, dead now. None of that. I have not checked that. I don't care. I don't want it. I do not want it. I don't care about their life in any shape or form. In any shape or form. Now, I know there are ones checking for me. I've been getting, on Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, I rarely check those DMs, honey, but I do once in a while. So I do get some messages that I peep, but for the most part, I don't check the DM. On my private account, where I just have maybe like 40 something people, all who I've met, who I went to college with or high school or whatever, I've been getting some requests lately out of bored people. Oh, I wonder what Malika's doing. Oh, I wonder if she's doing this and that. No, I just delete it. When you're not coming on my social media, sending me stupid little messages because you're bored, trying to resurrect. No. I block all of that stuff out. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have been getting requests for new friends and all that stuff. And there's people from your deep past that could care less before this quarantine. So think about that. Think about what you need to work on, why you're peeping old exes, or, you know what I'm saying? Why you're doing that. Why do you want to get back into a relationship with a Scorpio that's finished? For those of you who are secret fans, or whoever you are, you know who you guys are, who have moved into the comment section. If you're honest, for what? What do you need our forgiveness for? What do you need our validation for? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? What are you really looking for? If you're able to have this conversation with yourself, if you're mature enough, if you're evolved enough, have you discussed this with yourself? What the fuck am I doing? Why am I on every Scorpio channel? Why am I looking for information? Why am I worried about this ex? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that at the end of this video. Get in that mirror too. Get in that mirror and look into your own eyes and confront yourself. I guarantee you couldn't do it. How many? Put in the comments if you had the balls to actually confront yourself, and tell everybody what you're doing. Why are you waiting to be forgiven? Why are you quarantining with an ex? Oh gosh. Oh, it's for the baby. No, it's not for the baby. It's not for the baby. Baby doesn't even know this is going on. Like, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you guys think about that? What do you think about these relationships? Anybody you could quarantine with, you pick an ex and their girlfriend and the kid. Like, oh my gosh. And what do you think about the downtime? Using that to go back and plant seeds for something positive instead of plucking around with these old relationships because you have so much brain time. You're just sitting there like waiting for stimulation. You're like, oh, let me go talk to an ex, the one that cheated on me in front of me and dissed me and called me all sorts of bitches and like, I don't know. What do you guys think? That's all I have for you. And of course, I'll see you in our next segment.